What's up guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm Allie and I make videos on personal development, stress management, mindfulness, and a whole bunch of other topics that I'm really passionate about, including most recently sustainability. So if you're interested in any of those topics, consider subscribing because I post new videos every Tuesday. Also, give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoy it or get something out of the video because it really helps to support my channel. So on the topic of mindfulness, one of the things that I've really been wanting to talk about recently and kind of have had on my mind is social media and how to have a better relationship with it. Most of us spend so much time on social media. I think I spend an average of like 4 hours a day on social media, which is like a little insane, but you know, if you go check your screen time, you can see how much time you spend on each app. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, like, you know, all the platforms. And my newly found addiction is TikTok, which is both good and bad because it's so entertaining, but it's also like it drains my time because I just get so sucked in. I do think social media can be good. It's a really good platform for us to spread ideas, but it also can be like extremely toxic, which I think at this point we're all very aware of. So I wanted to skip out on like all of the tips that you've heard, like, you know, making sure that you're following people who inspire you and don't make you want to just compare yourself all the time. And things like setting time limits for screen time on your phone so that you're not on social media as much. And I think those are great tips and I definitely implement them myself, but we're all using social media, right? Most of us are not going to stop using social media, and a lot of us aren't even willing to use it less than we do on a regular basis. So the tips that I have and a lot of the things that help me be more mindful about my social media use, I'm going to share those with you. The first thing I try my hardest to do every day is get up and get ready for the day and also do a mindful habit before I'm on social media. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I take some time to read, do anything with my mind other than be on social media first thing in the morning. It really doesn't matter what it is to me. Just the simple act of actually like getting up, showering, getting ready for the day, and then the first thing I do once I've gotten myself ready isn't social media, it makes my day so much better. If you guys need recommendations for mindful habits you can incorporate, meditation's a great one, especially if you don't have a lot of time. It's something that you can do while you're getting ready, and you can do ones that are like even 5 minutes. I use the Insight Timer app, which is really great. My counselor recommended that one to me, and you can actually search for meditations by the length. So if I'm in a rush and I want to get a meditation in, I can look for one that's like 5 minutes. There's even ones on there that are like 1 minute that I feel like make a big difference for me. And this next one is perfect for any of you guys who also create content, because it can be hard out there when you're like watching all this incredible content and trying to create your own personalized content that's unique to you and that's just new and fresh, and not feel like you're comparing yourself to others. I strive my hardest. Once again, I'm not perfect at this, but I try my hardest to create more than I consume, because that keeps me in the headspace of my own ideas, helps me to keep thinking about what I think about myself versus what other people are thinking about me, and if my content's good enough. And then the other part of it is that I try to create before I consume. So if I have video ideas and things coming up that I want to create, I get to action on those in the morning before I watch any YouTube videos, before I open the Instagram app. That is important to me because it puts me in the mind space of being proactive versus reactive. If I consumed content as soon as I opened my eyes every single day, those would be my first thoughts, and the ideas that I wake up with, and especially for me because I'm a morning person, I wake up with all of these dreams and ideas and things that I want to do. And they're kind of cut short when I replace that time where I could be taking action or even just thinking through some of the ideas I have with watching someone else's content. I love content, especially here on YouTube, but I have to make sure that I'm consistently creating or taking action towards creating before I'm consuming content. And that makes such a huge difference in my mental capacity to come up with ideas, and also just to like live my life without being so consumed with other people's opinions. And this next one that I want to leave you guys with is turning off your notifications. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. A couple years ago, I was stressed out all the time, and I came to realize that, among other things, one of the things that was making me the most stressed out was the notifications on my phone. Not only from social media, some of it was from getting text messages from people and feeling like I had to reply right away and all that good stuff. But with social media, I've realized, I mean, maybe over the past 2-ish years, I haven't had notifications on my social media at all. When I post to a platform, I don't get notified when someone likes it, when someone comments on it, none of that. I have to go seek out my social media to figure out what's going on in the online world. And I think that it helps me a lot because it helps me to stay present when I'm doing something else, because obviously we know this, but we can get so caught up in like the things we're trying to create and like being the best we can be and comparing ourselves to others, that we forget that social media really is not a real thing. Like, your life on social media is not your real life. And it took me a long time to realize that I was getting really caught up in looking at notifications, checking back to see like what my like count was on a particular post. All of that stuff really stopped for the most part when I turned off my notifications. Now I only see, you know, how many people liked my latest post to Instagram when I open the app myself and go look for it. I think having a healthy relationship with social media is about recognizing that it's a tool we can use. It's not our entire lives. It doesn't determine our worth. It's not something that we have to be present on 24/7. And in order to have that healthy relationship with social media, you have to set the boundaries and decide what works for you. I can't give you the perfect formula for having the perfect relationship with social media, because it's going to depend on what you're using it for, how often you want to be using the platform, and all other kinds of factors. So you're going to have to be the one to set those boundaries for yourself. But I would just encourage you guys to be mindful and paying attention to when you get stressed out, when you start to compare yourself and not feel great about yourself, and start paying attention to what your social media habits are and how they might be linked, because it's usually really simple things that we can change to make us feel a lot better and have a lot better relationship with social media. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tips that I shared with you guys today. Let me know if you guys have any other tips, anything I missed. Again, I tried not to include the super cliche ones because I think we all know, like, it's not the best idea to be on social media 4 hours a day, but most of us still are. So I hope you guys took something from today's video. If you did, please give this video a like. It supports me and my channel so much. And if you liked this topic, you'll probably like my other videos too. So hit subscribe, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye guys.